Right. Hi, and welcome to the first live workout for ROW31. I'm really excited to have so many of you with me today, and I warn you now, it might feel like it's going to be a simple workout, but I'm hoping we can get quite a lot from it. So we're going to go with the basics today. We are going to do a 15-minute steady state row. And I know we've already done 20, so everyone's like, why are we doing 15? But there is method in my madness. Today's challenge is to row at 18 to 20 strokes per minute for the whole time, but to actually get a workout from that. For those of you that are on water rowers or have more experience on the machine, that might not seem so bad, in which case we'll talk through some other technique as we go. But basically, I want this to be a learning opportunity for you all so that you can then put into practice what you learn in all of the rest of the workouts on the machine, obviously. Sound like a plan? If we're all ready, we are going to do a slightly different warm-up to the usual 4 minutes of rowing. And this is for the express reason that the workout technique, that the bit that I want to work on today, works better if we do it like this. So we're going to do a standard rowers warm-up, which involves getting ourselves on the machine, setting our feet in the right place. So just to check, knees are going over ankles when we come up to the catch or the start. We've got a damper lever of 3 to 4 I've got, but it depends on the machine. I know there's been some chat in the group about drag factors, and we'll cover that shortly. But monitor up nice and high so you can sit up tall. We're going to pick up the handle. We're going to go to the back of the stroke, the finish, and you're going to show me your favorite, like the most perfect finish position you can give me. So we're sitting up tall, slightly rock back, handle into the chest, and all I want you to do is the arms only for the warm up. So you're holding everything still and just moving the arms. We want to think about squeezing shoulder blades together at the finish. Nice, easy move. And the reason we're doing this is because the focus for the session is sequencing of the recovery. Because if you can get the sequencing of the recovery right, you can set yourself up for the next stroke. Okay, so speaking of sequencing, as we all well know, the recovery is arms, body, slide. So we're going to bring the body in. So you're just going to send the hands away, rock over, rock back, and pull through. Still no legs, but you want to make sure that the arms are going away before the body rocks over. We don't just do it all at the same time. We separate out slightly. We're still sitting tall and hinging over your glutes. So we're rocking from the pelvis rather than bending our lower back. Arms, body, body, arms. Very good. Okay, we're now going to add in the slide. I want you to take it to about half slide, so not all the way up. So the arms, body, break the knees, and squeeze back. Again, thinking about that sequencing. Squeezing the shoulder blades, and then holding that strong finish position with the back as the arms go away. Thinking about sitting up tall, we're just activating, turning on all our core muscles. Okay, once we've got that sequencing, let's take it up to full slide. Next stroke. Go. So coming all the way up to the front now. Still think about separating out the recovery. Arms, body, slide. Okay, seeing as it's a warm up, now we're at full slide. Let's start to take the pressure up a little bit. From whatever stroke rate you're on, I'm on 18, we're going to take it up 2. Now, but I want you to do it on the legs. So this is the same as the normal warm up. We're just squeezing a little bit harder, still controlling the recovery. Okay, let's take it up another 2. So I'm going from 20 to 22, but wherever you're at, let's go now. Now we're moving a bit quicker. All the time thinking, arms away first. It doesn't have to be a quick move, but it has to lead you there. Okay, let's settle it back down to, just slow down, but keep the squeeze on. Let's go for ratio now, drive and recovery. Getting those final few seconds of the warm up to ingrain the thought of that sequencing. In 3, 2, 1, and you can relax there for a second. Whew, it's not a good thing that I'm already out of breath, is it? I think I'm just excited. Okay. Quick chat. If you've got a monitor that you want to set it now. 15 minutes, steady state, rate 18 to 20. For those of you, sorry, I'm just thinking, you'll need to select a workout if it works like a Concept 2, new workout, single time, and then play through the arrows and the plus and minus to get 15, just for those that aren't familiar with it. This steady state, the challenge for those who aren't so familiar with the machine, it's all about control, basically. Rate 18 is slow, but I don't want it to be rate 18 and really, really light. I want us to try and work on getting a little bit of power with the drive. So the challenge is to think about your benchmark. We're taking 5 minutes off, so we take a quarter and then maybe a couple of hundred. If you can remember where that is, and if you can figure out what your predicted distance is for today, we want to be working at a similar sort of effort, not crazy the same, because obviously that was a benchmark and that was faster, but you get the gist of it, yes? Thumbs up if you're ready to go. Woo, I can see some thumbs. Okay then, right, stop waffling, Claire, is the answer to that. Handles up. Starting at the front, we're going to start with the drive, and then we're going to settle into rate 18 or 20. It's your call. If you don't have a stroke rate, just follow me. Ready, set, row. So it's going to feel slow, unless you're familiar with doing loads of rate 18. But that's not a problem, because it gives us time. We just need to use the time effectively to get what we want out of it. So we're setting the recovery up. Arms away, body's over, control with the legs. That's the worst bit. It's very easy to do this, but slow, and then rush. Keep it controlled. You take the handle to the front of the machine. The handle does not take you there. And then now that we're a little bit warmer than we were 5 minutes ago, we're just getting a little squeeze in the legs. Pushing through the foot plate. Nice and controlled. Whatever machine you've got, you should be able to hear some kind of noise. Rowing machines are never quiet. And you want to hear it drive that little bit louder as you squeeze. And then just as it's dying off, you pick it up again with the next stroke. That's a good way to tell that you've got some effort on. So we're sitting tall, rocking at the hips. Squeezing through. So for those who remember what their split was, the average that it took you when you were doing your benchmark, you want to be sitting a fair few seconds above that, but not so many that you're nowhere near the distance. And you get that by setting the stroke up and squeezing with the legs. Nicely done. Oh, it's so much more fun doing this with other people. Looking good. So I still have to tell myself every stroke, sit in that finished position, arms away first. Hold the legs down, handle goes past the shins before the knees break. And if you can't quite hold 18, don't worry, you'll get more chances to practice in the coming weeks. Trying not to give too much away. Looking good. If we are working at about the right effort, we should be starting to feel a little bit puffed now, she says as she inhales deeply. If you're not, think about activating those legs, pushing just that little bit harder on the drive phase. Good stuff, going well. In this next 5 minutes, let's focus on the control into the, I say catch as someone who's rowed on water, but into this front end. So like I said, the arms and the body are small movements. The legs take you the rest of the way, but it doesn't have to be quick. And you want to think about, as soon as you've got there, you're going the other way. So as soon as you come into the front, think about squeezing on the foot plate. Engage the core and take the handle with you. Beautiful. Keeping that control. We're sitting strong into that front end. Arms are engaged, core is engaged to take the handle with us. The middle third of anything, any race or challenge or session even, is always the worst. So this is when we need to focus in more, which is why it's good to have some little things to think about. For us, it's that control into the front end. Looking good. Sitting strong. And the beauty of this is you can all work at your own rate, level, not your own rate. I've dictated the rate. I'm in charge. Rate 18, rate 20, or 19 if you need to. But everyone's working at their own level, getting their own lungs and heart working, because mine are sure feeling it. It's the beauty of this kind of training. This is building your engine. I've told a lot of people recently, don't ask me why, they probably didn't ask. If you've got 2-litre Volvo and ask you to sprint off it, you've got a 2-litre engine to work from. But if, by doing this, we build that to a 3-4-litre, maybe not a Volvo, I don't think it'd do that. Let's go BMW. Then when I need you to sprint, the power is there. And then that glorious benchmark we have at the end is going to pay dividends as well at that point. Thinking about controlling those legs. It's the other reason why we're doing this kind of session together, because it can get a bit boring otherwise. But instead, you have me waffling at you. All those people who can't hear me properly at the moment who go, oh, I wish I could hear Claire. Probably quite lucky right now. Right, coming into the final 5. We're sitting tall. We're sitting strong. Bang on that rate. And let's find the pressure again. If it's dropped slightly as we get tired, you can always hold it for 5 more minutes. Setting ourselves up strong, arms away. Looking good. You're so far away, I'd say that you're all smiling, so let's go with that. Strong and controlled through to the end. Controlling it into the front end, turning away straight away, going back down the slide the way you came. Good stuff, folks, well done. Let's keep that squeeze on. It should feel like a drive and relax. The effort is only on the drive. This recovery bit is just control. Well done. Keep that focus. Making sure those legs take you up the slide slowly. Bend the knees gently. It's like the handle leads you back in. It's going at the same pace the whole way. Nice and smooth. Well done, keep that squeeze on. We've got that rhythm, we're settled. We just need to hang on a little bit longer. Well done, folks, really good. Keep working to the finish, strong and steady. Whatever stroke rate you're at, that's how many strokes you have left. 18, 19, 20. Keep the control. Little squeeze on the legs to finish. Sitting tall. Arms away. Keep working to the finish, guys. Doing really well. Last few strokes. Don't let it drop. And I've hit 0. Whew. Well done. Right, don't get too comfy. There's no surprise sprint finish or anything, don't worry. But we do need to cool it down. So let's just take a moment to breathe. If you've set your screen, you can reset it to just row or whatever, so that you can keep your score and maybe compare it. Not that it's a competition, but it's you against you. That's what this month is about. And when we're ready, we're just going to a nice gentle cool down, a couple of minutes of light rowing, stretch it out. Good to go, right? Let's do this. Nice and easy. Obviously still perfect technique, but just no pressure this time. Maybe similar sort of rate, so we're not dawdling. You can go a bit quicker if it feels comfortable. But like I say, nice and gentle on the rate, power, because this is the cool down. You just want to think about moving everything that's moved already today in a really loose, gentle way. Think about calming your heart rate, calming your breathing rate. And moving through the motions. I decided this month needed to be a bit more obviously progressive, with different focuses each day. So every session of this ROW31 program has got a purpose. These ones, like I say, building the engine so that when we do our intervals on Tuesdays, which I know you love, we've got a bit more welly to give. Core conditioning, massively helpful for this finished position, and that rock over, massively. And then the whole body stuff. It's just good to work the legs, get them a little bit stronger. And anywhere there's a press up, that's just because I like it. And I think it's really good to do a balance. Rowing is very much a pull sport, so let's think about some pushing too. And I don't know if anyone's on the call who commented on the Facebook group, but yes, plank and walkouts are both very, very good core exercises for you, which is why they're included, despite the fact that I know a number of you aren't that keen on them. Just going to sit here for another 30 seconds, moving through the motions. That way we've done a good 25 minutes of rowing, probably, or thereabouts, in total this morning. A little stretch at the end. One more stroke. And relax it there. Well done. Handles can go down, feet can come out. Just going to do the standard stretching that I like to do to just shake everything out. We're going to do lower body mostly. So we'll start, I dare say standing, but actually I'm going to lose it, so I'm going to go on the kneel. We're going to do hamstrings to start. So you can put one foot out in front and lean back into it. Nice straight leg. If you want to go down onto your knees, you can just put one foot out in front, lean into it that way. I know you can't see what my leg's doing, but at least I can see you still. Just going to hold that 10 to 15 seconds, and then we'll swap over to your other side. Just want to feel the stretch down the back of the legs. I would say I mostly stretch lower body because those are the biggest muscle groups and the ones we work the most, but upper body mobilization is also quite good. We'll chuck one of those in at the end. Next is quads. I'm going to disappear off screen slightly, but hold on if you need to. One foot up behind, just stretch the front of the leg. Try and keep hips level and knees in line with each other, so you really feel it. And if you can, then just push through with your hips as well, so you can extend it up to the top. I feel like I need to bend down so you can see my face. It's weird. And we'll swap that over, or I could just readjust my camera. There you go, Claire. Technology these days, magic. It's a test of everyone's ability to balance as well, isn't it? Oh, Nikki. Excellent, put your feet down there, then it's easier. Right, the figure 4 stretch. I think I've done this in some of the videos as well. You can do this lying, or you can put one ankle on the opposite knee and just sink down into it. Either way, you want to open the hip out. Or yes, seated on a rowing machine, that's very sensible and probably the safest of the lot. You just want to open the hip as much as you can, feel it around the outside of the glute. And we'll swap over. Excellent. And then final one, let's just do a few cat cows. I'm going to go back down here. Just to mobilize the spine, move it nice and gently, because your lower back has done quite a lot to hold you in that finished position. So just sink into the, is this the cow or the whichever way it is, and then just drive up and exhale, push the floor away, and then slowly move through that again. Drop it down and squeeze it up. And one more time for luck. Down. And then exhale and push. And you can relax there. That is your session. I hope that was enjoyable enough, possibly useful, and if nothing else, just entertaining, so you didn't have to row 50 minutes all by yourself in silence or with some banging playlist. But thank you so much for joining me this morning, and good luck with the rest of the week. Feel free to chat on the Facebook group. If you're not on it already, come join us. And then I will see you hopefully next week for the next session.
Thanks very much, Claire.
Thank you so much. So nice
Thanks,
to see some faces and some names. And Rich, my best friend Rich.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Bye.
You'll love them by the end. You know you will.
Thanks, Claire.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Thanks, Claire.